Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name's Adi. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell to get notified every time I post a new video. So today we're going to be talking about the Laken Snelling case, and cases like this really bother me. Long story short, I was a teen mom. I got pregnant at 17 and had my daughter at 18. So I just don't understand how somebody could have the heart to do something like this to their newborn baby. Everyone in this life makes mistakes and you just need to own up to them. There's so many couples out there that would love to adopt those babies. I just don't understand why. Why would you do that to your newborn baby? But nonetheless, let's get into today's case. So Laken Snelling is a 21-year-old cheerleader, a senior at the University of Kentucky. She is originally from White Pine, Tennessee, and she graduated from Jefferson County High School. She had been a member of the stunt team for the last 3 seasons and was majoring in interdisciplinary disability studies. And she was also a pageant queen, so clearly looks are very important to her. So Laken lived in a house with her roommates, and on August 27th, they were texting each other because during the night and through the morning, they were hearing loud noises coming from Laken's room. So they were concerned and asking what was going on. Laken told them that she had fainted and that she was going to go to the doctor in the morning.
The noises even knocked a picture off the wall. At 8:48 a.m., Snelling sent a message to the group saying the noises were caused from her passing out. She blamed it on not feeling well and not eating.
Around 10:30 in the morning, Laken gets up and she goes to class, and then her roommates start smelling a really bad smell of blood, musk, and bleach coming from her room. So they go into her room to check, and obviously the smell leads them to her closet. And they check in her closet and they could not believe what they found in there. They found an unresponsive baby wrapped in a blanket in a black trash bag along with cleaning supplies. So obviously they immediately call police, and the police is dispatched to their home, and upon arrival they pronounce the baby dead. One of her roommates claimed that the sight was so horrifying to see that she had to call in to work the next 2 days because of it. So it was confirmed that the mom to this deceased baby found in the closet was indeed Laken Snelling, and Laken allegedly told police that she had given birth at home, cleaned up, and then placed the baby and the cleaning supplies in the trash bag. She was taken into custody on Sunday, August 31st, and she was charged with abuse of a corpse, tampering with physical evidence, and concealing the birth of an infant. And obviously they had to perform an autopsy and figure out if the baby was stillborn or alive to add charges. Now it is unclear if Laken actually knew she was pregnant, but she did give birth at 38 weeks. And come on, it's so obvious from all the pictures that have come out. How could you not have known or even questioned why you were gaining so much weight in your abdominal area? Footage from April 2025 shows Laken performing with the University of Kentucky stunt team and what appears to be a pregnant bump on her stomach. It's clear as day. How can you deny that? And Laken also posted images in June where her boyfriend Connor Jordan held her stomach, which appeared to have a visible bump. The photo shoot definitely gave maternity shoot.
This is where you're gonna have to sit down because these affidavits are filled with information. A lot of it's kind of uncomfortable. The affidavits that were filed to get search warrants show that while Laken's roommates claim to have been in the dark about her condition all along, Laken had been Googling, quote, different things pertaining to pregnancy, and had used, quote, different hashtags for different weeks pregnant on social media, which makes me wonder, how in the dark were these roommates? Don't they follow their roommate on social media? Police also found pictures of Laken, quote, doing things that ordinary pregnant women would not be doing. And there's no explanation in the affidavit, but we kind of wondered if it was this. These were the pictures that we aired a while back, showing Laken Snelling in the cheerleading stunt team. She's a member that's flipping and tumbling at a meet that would have put her, by the date of this meet, at about 5 months pregnant.
The University of Kentucky told Daily Mail that Laken is no longer a student at the school, and they did not respond to questions about whether the stunt coaches knew if she was pregnant while performing. And on September 22nd, 2025, she appeared in court with a red cocktail dress, red lips, looking like she was ready to go to prom, and she got a lot a lot of hate for this. She pleaded not guilty and she posted a $100,000 bond, and she was ordered to remain in house arrest at her parents' home in Tennessee. And get this, no ankle monitor.
Snelling entered a plea of not guilty at a 1 p.m. arraignment. The 21-year-old was arrested by Lexington police. Citation says the infant was found wrapped in a towel inside of a black trash bag. Also, according to the citation, after being interviewed by officers, Snelling admitted to giving birth and to concealing the birth by cleaning any evidence, placing all cleaning items used inside of a black trash bag, including the infant, who was wrapped in a towel. After being arrested, she was in the Fayette County Detention Center until yesterday, posting a $100,000 bond, according to a court document. Now on home incarceration with no ankle monitor, Snelling is on house arrest at her parents' home in Tennessee.
And on September 26, 2025, she appeared in court again, but this time looking a lot more demure. So she's definitely listening to what everyone online is saying about her. She waived her preliminary hearing, moving her case to a grand jury. The grand jury will determine if there is enough evidence to issue a formal indictment and could potentially modify or add charges, which, remember, they still need to figure out if the baby was indeed alive or a stillborn, because if the baby was born alive, then they can add charges to her. The Fayette County Coroner's Office said in a press release Wednesday that the preliminary autopsy results for the newborn baby boy are inconclusive and more tests are needed. And it was confirmed that the baby was indeed born on August 27th. I understand the community's concern and sensitivity surrounding the death of a child. This death affects many lives in our neighboring state of Tennessee, as well as those in the Commonwealth, said Gary Ginn, the county's coroner, in a statement. We are currently conducting a thorough and methodical death investigation to ensure all facts are carefully considered. And now, we don't want to blame politics, but abortion has been illegal in Kentucky since the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade in 2022, which, regardless, it does not justify what Laken did. She had so many other options. She could have traveled somewhere where it was legal to get an abortion if she did not want to have this baby, or there's also the option for adoption. I'm pretty sure there's so many couples out there that would have loved to adopt this baby. And then it seems that Laken didn't even know who the father of the baby was. She had just started dating Connor Jordan, and her ex-boyfriend Isaiah Hall gave police a DNA sample to determine if he could potentially be the father of her baby. And then former classmates of Laken spoke out and described her as an appearance-obsessed serial bully. Sydney Kite, who actually attended the same high school as Laken, told the Daily Mail, "I don't know the circumstances of what is alleged to have happened over the baby. However, I do know that Laken had many people that she took her personal anger out on. My sister was one of them. Well, in high school, she tried to run over one of my closest friends with her Jeep. The bullying got so bad, my friend had to be pulled out of school and transferred to another because Laken had taken it so far. Even after my friend left, Laken then kept it up with cyberbullying with text messages. There were other individuals who had to transfer to get away from her, and after they did that, she would continue to message them and make TikToks and social media posts about them as well. She was obsessed with her appearance, very obsessed with being popular and fitting in. She was always obsessed with being very thin, wearing tight-fitting clothes. She wanted a lot of attention. She would bully my sister and her friends in the bathroom at school. She would just corner them." Adding, her mother reported the behavior, but little changed. Sydney recalled confronting her directly. "I cornered her in the bathroom and told her to stop messing with my sister while we were in middle school. She didn't like it when people stood up to her." And many other people who know and have encountered Laken have made comments reiterating Sydney's claims that Laken is not a very nice person and actually referred to her as a mean girl. And while searching her phone, the police also found deleted pictures that Laken took of herself while in labor. So while she was giving birth, she was taking pictures of herself.
And get this, police also found pictures that Laken took of herself while in labor. Those were not posted to social media. In fact, those were not easy for the police to find. I bet you know why I'm about to tell you, right? They were not easy for the police to find because they were deleted.
Laken told police that she gave birth at 4 a.m. on August 27th and that the baby fell to the floor of her bedroom, which was the sound that the roommates had heard. And she told them that she did not think the baby was alive and that half an hour later she passed out on top of the baby, and that when she woke up, she saw the newborn baby boy turning blue and purple. So if the baby is turning blue and purple, is she saying that he was alive? She told police she believed that the baby was dead and wrapped him like a burrito and lay next to him, saying it gave her comfort. The mind of some of these people, I just do not understand. Like, why didn't she call 911? Why didn't she call for an ambulance as soon as she was giving birth? Then she told them that she slept until her alarm went off at 7 in the morning, and then she wrapped the baby in the towel and put the towel in the trash bag and put the bag in her closet, and then she took a shower like nothing happened. She then cleaned up and placed the placenta in a Ziploc bag, which she then stashed in the closet with the baby. Then she drove to school, but she didn't go to class. Instead, she went to McDonald's and ordered some food, which I can understand because those who have given birth know that you get super hungry after you given birth. But how could she be hungry knowing that her baby is at home in her closet dead? So then after she went to McDonald's and got her McDouble, she went to the student clinic at the school, but she didn't go in. She instead went back home where the police were already waiting for her, and then they took her to the University of Kentucky hospital to get checked out, obviously, since she had just given birth. And according to new court documents, Laken told the hospital staff the baby may have been alive at birth, stating she heard a whimper and saw some fetal movement and guessed he was alive. She guessed, but she didn't think to call the ambulance. She didn't think to call her roommates for help, for somebody to call the ambulance, or even just drive herself to the hospital or have somebody drive her to the hospital. So you saw the baby turn blue and purple, you heard whimpering, you saw fetal movement, but not once did you think to grab your phone and dial 911 to get some help for you and that baby, because appearances were more important to you than saving your baby's life. And on October 29, 2025, a judge changed the conditions of her bail and ordered that Laken begin wearing an ankle monitor as a condition of her house arrest. And prior to this, she was splitting her time between her mom's and her dad's house. But now the judge has changed that also, and she is confined to her dad's house now. So she has to wear an ankle monitor and she has to stay at her dad's house full time. And as of today, the investigation is still ongoing, and the cause of death for the baby has still not been determined, and it's still inconclusive. And no public update has been provided about the DNA test that Laken's ex-boyfriend took as far as the paternity test for the baby. So as of now, we still don't know if the baby was her boyfriend Connor's or her ex-boyfriend's. But I did come across this update from verified family friends. While information is slowly coming out and we had the following information shared with us from family friends, we did due diligence and verified people were who they said they were. Say has been DNA confirmed as the baby boy's father, and the Lexington Medical Examiner's Office released the baby to him upon confirming paternity, so he could have a proper funeral. We have confirmed the funeral home, but we will not be releasing that because they have already had so many random people showing up to get a look. There was a small service, but the immediate family will have a private burial, and he will be laid to rest next to other family members. After his father and the funeral home received the baby's body, they prepared for his services and burial. Say and his family have been respectful to Laken and her parents, but Laken and her mom were only at the funeral home briefly and left. Laken's father is distraught over this situation. Say had not spoke to Laken since February when she unexpectedly went no contact with him, and he did not find out about her pregnancy until law enforcement showed up at his door the same day she was arrested. He provided his DNA the day it was requested. But obviously we're taking this with a grain of salt. This is just a post that came across on X, allegedly verified by family members. So by the looks of it, it looks like Say is or was the father of the baby boy, but as of now, nothing has been confirmed by authorities. And as we stated earlier, depending on the autopsy and if this baby was born alive, from everything we've seen, it kind of makes you think that the baby was alive. They could potentially add charges I know that we've seen a few cases like these, and it's still beyond me because yes, when you're young, you're scared. I was scared. I was 17. But here you are a 21-year-old. You are in college, getting a career. It's not impossible. She was a senior at the university. She was about to graduate. I just don't understand how, as a woman, you don't know that you're pregnant, especially so far along. There are those odd cases. If any of you have watched that show, I Didn't Know I Was Pregnant. It's kind of unbelievable because I've been pregnant twice. I've had 2 babies, and there's just no way I wouldn't know I was pregnant. But regardless, okay, maybe it can happen. But why didn't she get help? Why didn't she ask for help when she went into labor? Instead of trying to help her baby, she goes and passes out on top of him. Then she goes to get a Big Mac at McDonald's and then just comes back home like nothing happened. She couldn't even give the baby a proper burial, just stashed him in her closet like he's trash. Like, I'm pretty sure regardless, her parents might have been disappointed, but girl, you are 21 years old. You are legally an adult. You can buy alcohol, you can buy cigarettes, you can vote, you can have a baby. And if you didn't want that baby, you could have given him up for adoption if it was too late to get an abortion. Or I'm sure your parents, even if disappointed, would have supported you. There's no excuse for cases like these, and they make me so angry because there's so many couples out there that struggle to have a baby. I struggle to have my second child, and it is such a devastating situation to be dealing with infertility, and then for girls like Laken to just discard of that beautiful baby like it's trash. I will never understand it, and that's why it pisses me off too that we can't even decide what to do with our bodies. Maybe had been legal in Kentucky, she would have taken action earlier. If you don't want to have a baby, be responsible and don't have sex or get on birth control. You're 21 years old. I'm pretty sure you know how babies are made. I'm pretty sure you know how to get yourself to a clinic. I'm pretty sure you know how to get on birth control, and I'm pretty sure you know how to keep your legs closed. So, Laken, I really pray that your baby gets justice and that this teaches other girls that actions have consequences. And if you're old enough to be doing the damn thing, then you are old enough to make responsible decisions. And that is not a baby, because that's what it seems that Laken did. Because I truly, in my opinion, believe that that baby was born alive, and not necessarily that Laken deliberately killed the baby, but the fact that she didn't get immediate help for that baby is what caused for this baby to be gone. But have you guys heard about this case, guys? I know I kind of went on a rant. It just really, really makes me upset to see cases like these. It's just cases against babies and children and, people who are defenseless. Like, it really, really upsets me. But what do you guys think about this case? Do you guys think the baby was born alive? And do you guys think that Laken should be held accountable for this baby's death? Because at the end of the day, as a mom, you are responsible for that life that you created. You created that life willingly, because I'm pretty sure that when she was creating the baby, she wasn't complaining then. But what do you guys think about this case, guys? Leave your thoughts in the comments. And as always, please remain respectful. And thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really, truly, truly appreciate you guys. I really enjoy doing this. And yeah, I really appreciate it. Just don't forget to subscribe and like, so YouTube pushes out my videos, because it's a little hard sometimes, not having that many subscribers for my videos to be seen. But I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys.